This is our drift in the Practicing Geographical and Planning Research module named My Cardiff, Signs of the City. We have observed and analysed various types of signs in our drift around the city of Cardiff with the use of photographs, videos, maps in order to see if the location of signs reflect the type of city Cardiff is. We began our drift at Colham Road and continued all the way down to the Millennium Stadium in order to include a variety of signs, passing by the Student Union, along Queen Street and onto the Millennium Stadium. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, a sign is defined as a conventional or arbitrary mark, figure or symbol used as an abbreviation for the word or words it represents. For example, the pictured no-entry sign is a symbol that is understood by the general public without the need for language explanation. Similarly, although the non-smoking sign on the far left displays words and symbols, one could understand it with just the symbol as a representation of the words. Signs provide information to road and pedestrian users. Many pictorial signs have been used in order to simplify and standardise the sign internationally. However, there are some signs that are local to the area and therefore are not recognisable to some international individuals. The sign on the right can be internationally recognised as a no cycling zone, and the sign on the right is a street name local to Cardiff. Here it is evident that no-entry signs are found throughout the world. The first can be pictured in Ethiopia, the second was seen in China, and the one on the bottom right was in France. Travel on public and private roadways and pedestrian paths is controlled by signposts, pavement markings and road markings, all of which are signs. This image, for example, is a road sign for motor vehicles which offer direction for the road user. In contrast, this video footage of the Cathay station sign provides information direction to both road users and pedestrians.
Cathay train station. It's the right turn.
While the Centenary Walk sign is for pedestrians on foot only, this is also a tourist attraction for the city. This is an example of another pedestrian sign which is specifically local to Cardiff and is written in both Welsh and English. It guides people in the direction it is pointing. For example, Cardiff Castle would be a right turn at this sign. The signs in the previous slides, whether used locally or globally, by road users or pedestrians, pose the questions: what do the signs say about the places they occur? What signs do we come across around the city? How does an individual read the signs? And what functions do they serve? In relation to the first question, what do the signs say about the places they occur? The next few slides show signs from our drift, which enable us to find out the character of the city of Cardiff. There were a large number of university building signs which direct students around the city and prove that it is a student-orientated place. Similarly, the signs pictured around Cardiff of various venues for nightlife reveal its buzzing atmosphere, perfect for young employees and students alike. Places of entertainment such as New Theatre and the Museum show that Cardiff is a diverse home to cultural arts and entertainment which attract tourists. The Millennium Stadium has pinpointed Cardiff on the map with its sporting events, and therefore there were many signs and directions for it, and many other sporting locations, including Cardiff City Stadium. In relation to the second question, what signs do we come across around the city, we came across road signs, pedestrian signs, and signs on public and private property. One of the first signs we saw when walking around the city was an example of a private property sign that claimed ownership of the area in question. Further around the city, we found most commonly the public signs stating directions and information.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd.
An individual can interpret the signs in different ways. It is this that makes the situation and whereabouts of the sign important. For example, we came across two examples of signs where the letter P is used in two different ways, one for Primark and one for parking. how do we know which way the sign is meant to be interpreted? As we did our drift in Cardiff, the majority of the signs we saw were written in both Welsh and English, in order to benefit both Welsh and English speakers and to keep the Welsh language alive. On our drift, we came across signs which had different functions. Many signs that we saw, such as a no U-turn sign and no cycling, were types of prohibitive signs that were recognised by the red circles. We especially saw warning signs in busy parts of the city centre, made recognisable by their triangular shape. Also, nearer the city centre, we found signs which were directing road users to tourist attractions. Tourist signs have brown backgrounds and often have logos of the specific attractions which they are directing motorists towards. In this case, we can see the Cardiff Bay logo and also the symbol for Cardiff Castle. Another type of sign which we came across in Cardiff was directional signs. Examples below are pointed in the direction of parking and the station. For example, non-primary and local routes. Signs on non-primary and local routes have a black border and show direction and mileage. There are signs which are not part of the highway code, but still inform, direct and advertise. Some of these were found on our drift around Cardiff. An example of these informative signs are street signs which help people find their destination. According to Franz Okier, in the advanced countries where cities have practically outgrown their sizes, street names are ubiquitous and obviously very helpful in so many ways. Another type of sign which we frequently come across when doing our drift was signs advertising and promoting different places and activities. These are often more bright and colourful and contain logos and taglines to promote their goods.
Keep calm and give blood. Isn't the most colloquial sign?
This video displays a sign which advertises giving blood in a more colloquial way than formal pedestrian and road signs. These place names advertise different activities for a variety of people to participate in. Who decides the function of the sign? Should signs be in Welsh or English? How does a place become important enough to be signposted? Are signs more important for road users or pedestrians? Signs tell us about the public and the private, the local and the global, the direction and the control. But will signs of the future have the same purpose that they do now?